such as budget constraint and delayed fund release hinder the municipality of Garissa, Dadaab, Masalani, and Burra in serving their community effectively as per the recent audit reports. Recognizing that granting autonomy to these municipalities will enhance resources management, revenue generation, infrastructure development, and service provision, as stipulated in the Urban Areas and Cities Act 2022, the County Government Act 2012, and respective municipality charter. Therefore, I propose the immediate granting of autonomy to the municipality of Garissa, Dadaab, Masalani, and Burra by the County Government of Garissa in adherence to the relevant laws. Now, therefore, this Assembly compels the County Government of Garissa to empower this municipality with autonomy to fulfill their responsibilities, address challenges, and promote sustainable growth within Garissa County. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Next, Dr. Pepper. Statement, the Chair of Committee on Health, Honorable Abdulli, representing
Speaker, sir.
the Honorable Abdullah Segat, right?
Yes.
Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Statement sought from the Chair of Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation Committee. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order Number 41-2C, I wish to request a statement from the Chairperson of the Federal Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation regarding Garissa County Emergency Fund. Mr. Speaker, Section 110 of the PFM Act allows the County Government Executive Committee to establish a County Government Emergency Fund. Section 110(2) of the Act states that the purpose of an emergency fund is to enable payment to be made in respect of account to an urgent and unforeseen need for expenditure for which there is no specific legislative authority arise. Mr. Speaker, sir, under Section 113 of the PFM Act 2012, the County Executive Committee member for Finance may not, during a financial year, make a payment from the emergency fund under Section 112 exceeding 2% of the total county government revenue as shown in that county government audited statement for the previous financial year, except for the first year. In view of the above, and considering the current situation in the county, the current situation the county is facing in terms of disaster and emergency due to the floods caused by the ongoing heavy rains, based on this, the Chairperson should inquire into and report the following. 1. How much was allocated to the County Emergency Fund for the current financial year based on the PFM Act 2% allocation requirement? Number 2. Is Garissa County Emergency Funds accounted operational? Number 3. Were the monies budgeted for emergency remitted to the fund account? Number 4. Were there any monies withdrawn from the account and used for the current emergency situation? If no, why? Number 5. Provide a breakdown for how the allocated fund was utilized. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The next statement by Honorable Khadija.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, 20 days for infant is quite alarming and is at the right of a disaster compared to the world average of 2021 of 38 and
Honorable Matt.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I seek your guidance because all the statements we've read, but are going to be committed to the committees and the time for response has not been mentioned. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sometimes it's at the discretion of the speaker to commit them collectively at the end of the statements, since we have all the statements at once. So thank you for that. And sometimes Section 37 gives the speaker the discretion to align either the order paper or how he wants to dispense the committal sequence of meeting. But thank you. I wish to commit that statement by Honorable Abdullah Sigat, read by Honorable Abdulwali, to the Chair of Finance, Budget and Appropriation. I will, given the emergency nature of this matter and the importance of this matter, particularly coming at a time when we are ravaged by the severe floods where lives were lost, where we would have today the emergency funds, if they were in place, being invoked to save lives and better the situation, if not mitigate, then I think I will have 1 week for this matter, 1 week. So when will next Thursday at 2:30 p.m. I want a response from the concerned department. Chair, is that okay? Where's the Chair Finance?
Much obliged, Chair.
Thank you.
If I will still be in office.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Agent. Even if you're not in office, God forbid, we will still be bound by that 1 week. Whoever comes in will be bound by that 1 week order. Secondly, Honorable Khadija, now proceed, please.
Honorable Speaker, a 2024 is quite alarming and is at the point of a disaster. Compared to the one average of 2021 of 38 and 18% per 1,000 live births for under 5 and neonates respectively. Further, the circumstances under which toll of death in Ward 5 within a span of short period is tragic. Honorable Speaker, Kenya is a signatory of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Under Goal 3 of the SDGs, the state members of the UN aim to reduce mortality rates for the children under the age of 5 years to 21 and neonatal mortality rates to 12 deaths per 1,000 live births respectively. By 2030, regrettably, Kenya records double mortality rate for these targets, and Garissa been one of the big counties contributing to this. Honorable Speaker, the referral hospital, which is tasked with providing medical care to the citizens of our county, has failed in its duty to protect the most vulnerable members of our society. Over the past few months, there have been several incidents of infant mortality that can be directly attributed to the negligence of the hospital staff. It is our duty as elected representatives to address these issues and hold those responsible accountable for their actions. Honorable Speaker, several factors contributed to such failures, among them insufficient medical supplies. The hospital has been plagued by a chronic shortage of essential medical supplies, including but not limited to incubators, ventilators, and medication. This shortage has directly contributed to the death of several infants who were in desperate need of life-saving interventions. Honorable Speaker, the hospital's facilities are often unsanitary, creating an environment that is conducive to the spread of infections. This lack of hygiene has resulted in numerous cases of preventable illnesses, which have ultimately led to the death of infants under the hospital care. Honorable Speaker, currently there is ongoing strike which may even escalate the above, and as a matter of urgency, the management of the facility should, in collaboration with the County Executive Department of Health, find an amicable solution on this matter. The Chair should report and inquire on 1. Whether the department is aware of the said death and the cause. 2. What is the department doing to improve the hospital condition in regards to sufficient supply of drugs and embrace good hygiene? 3. Has the department launched independent investigation to determine the extent of the negligence and the individuals responsible for the lapses and the action taken? 4. What is the caregiver to patient ratio, and this play part in the poor patient management. Five, how is the department dealing with the doctors' strike, and what strikes have so far been reached? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. I wish to know the chair health. How soon?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me an opportunity. Mr. Speaker, based on how the departments working with the assembly, I cannot guarantee to take this statement to the Parliament because the Speaker, allow me to say this.
Mr. Chair, can you take it back a seat? Mr. Chair, can I guide you?
Mr. Speaker,
Can I guide you?
based on where we wanted to visit.
The Honorable Chair, can you take orders? If you want to rescind and if you want to withdraw from the chairmanship of health, you can tell us. But I think you have no business telling us that you cannot be able to take this matter to the concern. I think let me talk. I just want to guide the member. I've asked you. It is up to you to report back to the House on any challenges you encounter when you submit or when you transmit this statement to them. But how much cognizance and considering the challenges you have in mind, which you don't need to tell us here, what time is sufficient for you considering the weight of this matter?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, I will take 1 week to respond to this question. But for more clarification, Speaker, allow me to say on input on matters concerning us.
Okay, proceed.
Thank you again, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we had an improved visit to the PGH previous month, where we have requested the CSC Health to give us a report concerning the PGH. Mr. Speaker, vividly, the CS is not cooperating. It's not CSC. When we have asked the PGH, we mean that the PGH is autonomous, and they are maybe independent or making a report to the department of the secretarial chair. So, Mr. Speaker, they have refused to work with us, and my fear again is not making a report, which I have a stock of statements sorted in the House, and they didn't reply. Mr. Speaker, I need your protection.
All points of orders overruled. What is important is the chair has completed.
Yes.
I'm giving a prereq, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Chair.
So I take 7 days to return to the question.
The challenges you have had or you anticipate to have should come in the form of a report back to this House. You cannot be able to report what you anticipate. That is something none of us knows. So if they now see that you are even already giving up and hanging your boots, that's a dangerous trend for you. You don't need to take that path. Secondly, so 7 days, I think Thursday. So both these very crucial matters touching on lives and saving lives and accounting for lost lives. One life lost is too many. So we need to come back with a very comprehensive response on the two matters on Thursday next week at 2:30 p.m. Next. Honorable Abra.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to stand on this floor very bravely and apply Standing Order 48-1 by withdrawing this motion. Mr. Speaker, the reason as to why I withdraw, I wish to tell my colleagues, my supporters on this motion is that when we had a very long, candid conversation with the Office of the Majority Leader and the Minority Leader, we realized that we had land dispute tribunal which existed a long time ago and chaired by the DC, which was later in 2012 escalated to become a bill. And in that bill, what we call environmental and lands court was created that was working under the High Court, Mr. Speaker. That was allowed to tackle any dispute concerning environment and land in supporting the High Courts. Out of that, Mr. Speaker, alternative justice system was created, which allowed the counties to have a committee constituted by the governor to work with the courts to help dispute and land issues outside the court. A group of arbitrators was put together, constituted a committee to work with the people in every county, Mr. Speaker. Because I respect the Office of the Majority Leader as well as the Office of the Minority Leader, Mr. Speaker, I decided to withdraw this motion under Standing Order 48-1, Mr. Speaker, and thank you.
Thank you. I just want to correct, just for the records, a group of arbiters and not arbitrators. Just for the records. Thank you. Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand up to echo support for the bound member who has been here for a very long season. I'm sure she consulted us. And all the effort she has taken, she has researched on very well. And land being a very emotive issue. That's why she has decided to withdraw, and I thank her for that. There's a lot of wisdom in that, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, Honorable Mariam, as I have said earlier, is one of the strong members we have in this assembly. And when we consulted her as leaders in this assembly, she has really seen that why we were consulting, and the reason was out, and then she went for a research, and the research you have had yourself, Mr. Speaker, and therefore I want to thank her and also support her in the coming days, if there are any motions that will come in this floor. Issues of being the minority or the majority may not even arise in this case. So we are dearly upon her for being very wise on this matter. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Point of order. Contribution. There's a point of order by Honorable Abdurrahman before the contribution. Let's proceed. What point of order are you on?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I think it is the prerogative of the mover of the motion to either withdraw or, bring on the table. But my concern is this. The member was at House Business Committee.
Honorable Abdurrahman,
let me finish.
No, I will not allow you to go that direction.
Because there are issues, there are technical issues. I just want some technical issues.
Let's respect the rules of debate. Let's respect the rules of debate. Honorable, you are a very, very robust member of a debate.
Mr. Speaker,
I will not allow you.
Mr. Speaker, she was supposed to give us 7 days notice.
Honorable,
Mr. Speaker, there are technical things because I was so interested in this, Mr. Speaker.
Extremely informed and honorable, your point of order is overruled. Please take back your seat and contribute. Yes, please. Yes, Honorable Khadija, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, from the onset, I want to congratulate Mheshimiwa Mariam for withdrawing the motion with facts and from a very informed point of view. It is a member whom I have a lot of regard, and Honorable Mariam actually is among the ranking members. And she did a research on other alternative dispute resolution mechanisms which were in place, and that is what she read to the House. Mr. Speaker, being a ranking member, what she avoided was duplication of work. And in her own wisdom, she has seen if the courts were there, the Environment and Land Court, and again the AJS were formed, she saw there was no need of again forming another parallel committee to undertake the same issue. Mr. Speaker, sir, we are not taking that one lightly, and I sincerely and most sincerely appreciate you, Mheshimiwa Mariam, for that bold step and you have taken as a member of Garissa County Assembly. Mr. Speaker, sir, I also want to thank Honorable Mariam for respecting the two offices, the Majority Leader's Office and the Minority Leader's Office, who have engaged her extensively on this issue, and they have discussed at a very length to come up with this resolution. So I will urge my fellow members, let's respect institutions, let's respect offices. These are the offices that we have put in place for them to lead us. With those few remarks, I once again want to congratulate my sister and thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
I think at this juncture, I will not allow members to delve much into a matter that has already been withdrawn. But we do not need to contribute to it at this moment, but I think it was befitting for me to allow those two members to appreciate the honorable member who have extensively researched on the matter, and I think we will leave it at that. We will leave it at that. We will leave it at that. Next, please. I will allow the Majority Leader now to read for us, to go through the next items, the business for the week.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 41(2)A, we are every time reminded that a member of the County Assembly business to issue a statement on the business of the House for the week commencing on Tuesday, 7th May, it was today, 2024. Ahead of this week, Honorable Speaker, tentative business for Tuesday, which is today, May, we had a notice of motion urging the county executive to direct them to revert back to the designated bus terminal and develop comprehensive policy on allocation of parking, picking and dropping zone for border and tuk-tuk operating within the central business district by Honorable Fatuma M. Shide, our nominated member. We also have a notice of motion by Honorable Omar Kapi, which has been dispensed. Yes, this county assembly compares the county government to empower municipalities with the autonomy to fulfill their responsibilities, address challenges, and promote sustainable growth within Garissa County. Honorable Omar, member for the majority. We have a statement by Honorable Abdullahi Ibrahim Sigat. Statement sorting from the Chair Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation regarding Garissa County Emergency Fund. We have another statement by Honorable Khadija Idris Mohammed, statement regarding the death of infants in the county referral hospital. We have a motion urging the CCM for Lands, Housing and Urban Development to establish a county land dispute resolution committee, which by Honorable Amran, which I understand has been dropped. On Wednesday morning, that is Mr. Speaker, on 8th, which is ahead of us, tentative business, we have a statement by Honorable Fatuma Aden Abdi, statement sought from the Chair Committee, Agriculture, Livestock and Pastoral Economy regarding Masalani livestock market, that is on 8th tomorrow. On 8th afternoon on Wednesday, Honorable Speaker, we have a motion by a member for the majority, Honorable Omar Abdi, that this county assembly compels the county government of Garissa to empower municipalities with autonomy to fulfill their responsibility to address challenges, promote sustainable growth within Garissa County. That is Wednesday afternoon. On Thursday, that is 9th, Honorable Speaker, a motion by Honorable Fatuma Mshide urging the county executive to direct them to revert back to the designated bus terminus and develop a comprehensive policy on allocation of parking, picking and dropping zones for border and tuk-tuks operating within the central business district. I think that is the business we have, Mr. Speaker. And I urge members to be coming for those business ahead of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Before the last item, which is adjournment, I just want to make the following communication. One of the following directions. One, that I have already talked about the dress report, and I'm extremely delighted by the manner in which the members have taken up the matter with a lot of zeal and respectively complied with. Now, my eyes are turned on the secretariat, and I think I've already communicated that very clearly. I wouldn't wish to mention that matter again. Why am I saying that? Because the last time we said we are not able even to live broadcast, even getting even live on Facebook, because it was an eyesore to have members being, we're seeing members in sandals and all other manner of dressing that I'm not able to figuratively mention here. But now the members have honestly, with a lot of respect and humility, taken up the matter. And they complied. Therefore, I wish to recognize the presence of Honorable Member Obanani, Honorable Obanani. I wish to please give that direction that members of the Secretariat and the service, the Sergeant Arms, should fully comply with my directives as from Tuesday next week. This dressing code should be extended even to the committees, because the committees are extension of the House. Secondly, effective today, I want the videos that are recorded to be immediately uploaded on the website and the respective Facebook pages. I have not seen that happening. Videos are recorded, but I don't know where they land. I don't know where they land. The guy from doing the video does his work very diligently, but I don't know now the next point. What is the point of recording if they are not uploaded for the public consumption? That must be done with immediate effect. By today evening, I want to watch them live. Thirdly, I have seen many situations where statements are sought in this House, but I don't know what happens after that. I have not seen them coming. Effective next Tuesday, I want the clerks, through the clerk's office, to bring back all the statements that were sought since we resumed this session, and give us the status, what has been responded to, what has not been responded to, and the circumstances under which. So I want a comprehensive status of all the statements that were sought, including the reports that will come back to the House from the Department of Health. That should be very clear, effective next Tuesday in our HBC meeting. Take note of that. Thirdly, I have a communication also regarding the composition of the speakers panel. I'm in receipt of letters from both sides of the coalition nominating the following persons. 1, the Azimio section,